All right, so here we have Catan, the dice game. Now, Catan, you probably know this, is a gigantic classic, board game classic. It kind of ushered in the hobby explosion here in the U.S., along with a couple of other games. But yeah, Catan is a cool game. I haven't played it in a while. I used to play it a lot years ago, many years ago. But this is the dice game. I wanted to introduce it to you because you can play it solo as well. It's a roll and write game, and you can get, I don't know if you can get this version in the box, but you can certainly get this one here, which is, I don't know, you can get this at Target. Comes like this, and it's got the instructions and the dice. And gee, Alex, how do you play Catan dice game? Well, like I said, you can play solo or multiplayer. Each person is going to get one of these little maps here. If you're worried about running out, then you can just laminate this and use a dry erase marker, and you'll be fine, or pencil, you know. But usually the pencil, you're going to have to mark this so much that it's not worth it. So use a dry erase thing on a laminated sheet. Now this has two sides, but the other side is the second game. It's Island number 2, which has just slightly different rules, essentially the same. This is the basic game. I'll talk to you about this. You got these dice, and here's the goal, right? You're going to start here. You're going to start on this road, right? Because these are the different areas, right? And these are the different resources in here. I'll talk about these in a second. You have the roads, right? And then you have here a city. This is like a city. This is a village. These are, let me look at it here exactly so I can tell you exactly what they are. Because I don't even, oh, here they are. You have a settlement. You have a city. These are the knights, right? And a road. Okay. So this is a settlement. This little house looking thing here. These are cities, right? It's more points. You have roads, and then you have the knights. I'll explain how the knights work in this game. And you basically have a timer here, right? Because every turn you're going to be writing a number on each one of these little boxes here. Once you get to here, you total your number and you see how well you did. Now you can do that as a solo game, or if you're playing with other people, it's the same thing, except that when you get there, whoever has the highest score wins the game. Okay? So these are the resources you need to build each of these things, right? So to build a road, you need the brick and wood. To build the knight, which is inside here, you need these 3 items. If it's the settlement, you need these 4 items, and for the city, you need these 5. 3 coal and 2 I'm blanking out completely. Grain! Here, let me just show it to you so there's no more confusion. You got brick, you got lumber, you got wool, you got grain, you got ore, and you got gold. Okay? So, you begin by, let's say you're playing a solo game. It's going to work pretty much the same way whether you're playing solo or with other people. It's your turn. You roll the dice. Now, you can re-roll these up to 3 different times, okay? So let's say in this case, you begin, like I said, with that road there. So you could go ahead and build that settlement. That's 3 points. It's important to start building some roads so you can get to the city and to the other areas here eventually. And the knight is pretty cool. You want to build a knight with ore, wool, and grain, because the knight gives you the ability, it's sort of like a joker, right? It gives you the ability to get that resource without having to roll it, right? So that's pretty cool, that's useful. So in this case here, let's see, I could build that settlement for 3 points, but do I have enough? I have the grain, I have wool, I have wood, and I just need brick. So you know what? I'm going to go for that, right? So I put these aside, and I roll these. Okay? I got gold. What's interesting about gold is that if you have 2 gold pieces, or is it 3? I always forget. 2 or 3 gold pieces. I'm going to tell you right now. 2. It's 2. If you have 2 gold pieces, you can turn those 2 gold pieces into any resource. Okay? So in this case, I still have 1 more reroll. Now, I could always grab more dice from the dice I put aside here to reroll. But like I said, you can re-roll 3 times. I'm looking for brick so I can get that settlement. So I'm going to roll these 3 again. And I got the brick. And that's it. That would be the end of my turn. Those are my 3 rolls or re-rolls or whatever. So I managed to get that, right? That settlement right there. So that's 3 points. I did not get anything else with this. Nothing else I can do. So that means I got 3 points. I would put a 3 there in that first box. And that's the end of my first turn. And of course I would mark that. That means I achieved that. So now on my second turn, remember you would have put the 3 there on that little box. And when the timer runs out, you add your score. So this is my second roll. Now, since I built that settlement there, I'm not marking this because I'm just demonstrating and I don't want to waste a piece of paper. I want some roads, right? So, like I said earlier, I can turn 2 gold pieces into any resource, but I do have 1 road here, right? I have the wood and the brick, so I can build that little road there. That'll give me 1 point. And I could try something else. Maybe for this, I'll leave those 2 gold there. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to stop here, because what I'm going to do is build 2 roads. So this turn, I would build that road there and this one. That would give me 2 points. I would then go to the second box, write 2 there, and then it would be my third turn. Now, again, if you, at some point, and you have to do these in order, right? You have to do these in ascending order. So I can't build, for instance, this number 4 settlement before I build that number 3 settlement. I can't build this number 12 city before I build the number 7 city, right? So I have to build these in order. And I cannot build this number 2 knight or this number 3 knight before I build the number 1 knight. So everything has to be done in order, and you're going to be moving this way. Now, the knight school, like I said, if you get a knight, you just mark it up here, and then you can use that resource anytime you want. Now, you can only use it once per game. So once you've used it, you just cross it out. That means you can't use it anymore. And if you finally get to the number 6 knight here, which is, by the way, if you do this knight, you get 1 point. And you add it, let's say on 1 turn you did the knight and 2 roads, that would be 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. You put 3 points in the box there. But let's say you get all the way up to 6. Well, that's pretty cool because if you get this 6th knight, you can use any resource, okay, at any point. So that can be pretty helpful. And that's how you play the game. You keep rolling until the timer runs out. Sometimes your rolls are going to be really bad and you're not going to get anything. You just put an X on one of these boxes. But you're going to, most of the time, you're going to have points here. And then you add up your score and you see how well you did. And that's Catan Dice. You can play it, like I said, solo or with up to, I don't know, a bunch of players. What does it say here? I don't have my glasses on. Maybe 5 players? Let me put my spectacles on. Give me just a second. Man, it's so tiny. 15 to 30 minutes. It says 1 to 4 players. But, you know, you could play 5 players. What does this one say? This one, I think it's the same thing. Yeah, it says 1 to 4 players. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to play. It's pretty cool. And this version here comes with that QR code, which will teach you how to play the game as well. But you've just seen this video. You already know how to play. So that's it. Catan Dice, kind of cool, a nice little diversion. Hey, go get one.